What is up everyone, welcome to the top 5 point scorers for game week 34 based on the expected points model on FPL review. We are going to be looking at from goalkeeper all the way to forwards, the top 5 point scorers. So if you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and let's get started on the video. Here we go. Alright, so first up, goalkeepers. Now on the left hand side we've got just for game week 34, and on the right hand side we basically got the next 5 game weeks from 34 to game week 38, the top 5 goalkeepers based on expected points for the next 5 game weeks and also for game week 34. Now Mendy is on top for game week 34 alone, just because of the fact that he has a double game week, followed by David De Gea, who also has a double game week, although to be honest I am not expecting a clean sheet from either games for Manchester United, which is why he has about 6.6 points, because it's like 2 points for appearances and maybe a save points he keeps. That's why they're kind of expecting, but I'm not expecting a clean sheet from De Gea. Ederson and Alisson and Josesa are the next 5 to complete the 5. In terms of 34 to 38, Alisson is right on top, mainly because of Liverpool's fixtures being a bit more possible for in terms of clean sheets. However, Schmeichel is there mainly due to the number of games. Ederson, Martinez and Mendy are the next to follow, also because of the number of games. Ederson being in the case of being a really solid defender. Sorry, it's really in a really solid defense. Now, would you want Alisson for the next 5 games? Probably not, because I think you'll triple up on Liverpool assets in defense and midfield. So you probably would not go for Alisson. Michael is not a bad pick. Ederson also not a bad pick if you wanted someone. Both are pretty solid for the next couple game weeks. Follow Mendy maybe could be useful. However, game week 36 he could see rotation because of the FA Cup final being 3 days before the Leeds game. So keep that in mind if you're looking to try and get a Chelsea goalkeeper. Now, my favorite pick for game week 34 from the goalkeepers, obviously it's going to be Mendy, because he's playing 2 games, and also the fact that Chelsea's defense is a bit more solid compared to United's defense based on the double game week. But to be honest, if you are building a team, I probably wouldn't go Mendy in goal. I would rather go their defenders if you wanted to get Chelsea players. So if you wanted a goalkeeper, maybe Alisson might not be a bad option, or Ederson actually might not be a bad option for this week if you're on a free hit as well. Now let's go into defenders. Reece James right on top for game week 34. However, Trent Alexander-Arnold is right on top for game week 34 to 38. You've got Trent, James, Robertson, Cancelo and Van Dijk. So triple Liverpool defense is right on top, which is what we saw with Alisson also in terms of goal, right on top. So Liverpool's defense are expected to score quite a lot of points from 34 to 38. Trent, James and Cancelo along with Robertson, I think those 4 are probably my best picks or best recommendations that I think you should probably have in your team. If you can't have all 4, maybe try and have at least 3 of them, because I think they're all pretty solid picks going forward. For game week 34, however, Reece James still my top pick, even though he could potentially play right centre back. There is a possibility he also plays right wing back in a game, maybe, we don't know. But just because of what he's capable of in terms of explosive potential, even though at right centre back it's probably way more limited, I still would go for Reece James over Alonso. Alonso didn't really defend that well as well in the last game, so I'm not sure whether he'll start both games, but James my top pick, followed by I think Trent and Cancelo for myself. However, that's my picks. Let me know what you guys are going to go for. Let's get into the midfield. Alright, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz lead the way, followed by Salah, Fernandes and Sancho. I'm not expecting too much. However, now Fernandes did play a much more deeper role in game week 33. That was mainly due to the fact that United didn't have midfielders back. McTominay is now back in training and should possibly feature in the upcoming double game week. So that would mean that Fernandes kind of gets pushed a bit more forward. However, we don't have Pogba. But if Matic plays 1 game alongside McTominay, then you could see Fernandes at a bit more of an advanced role. But would I have him in my team? Probably not. I would probably get rid. Would I have him on a free hit? Maybe not ahead of the likes of Salah, Mount, Havertz, even Sterling, who is not on this list, or any of the City assets. Probably not ahead of them, even though he has 2 games. You could have him, but it's not my priority. I don't think United assets are looking great. And in terms of XG, in the last 6 games, they're like at one before the last in terms of XG. So they're not looking good. I wouldn't really go towards United assets too much. But if you wanted to get one, Fernandes is not a bad option. He won't play as deep as he did in Game Week 33. Next 5 game weeks, however, Salah and Mane are right on top, and I know a few viewers are looking to have Salah and Mane on their wildcard. I think it's a pretty good combination, probably the most explosive combination you can get in terms of midfield, Salah and Mane. However, the likes of De Bruyne and Heung-min Son are also pretty good shouts going forward. De Bruyne also, especially if he doubles in game week 36, could be a really good shout going forward. Now that's my midfield. In terms of picks for 34, I think Havertz and Mount are my picks. In terms of captaincy, I don't really know. I'm kind of right now on Havertz mainly because he got a rest in 33. But Mount is also a pretty good option in terms of minutes. But I'm kind of on Havertz at the moment in terms of captaincy. Let me know what you guys think in terms of captaincy. Who are you captaining? Are you captaining Salah? Let me know in the comments. Let's get into the forward line. Alright, forwards. Cristiano Ronaldo tops game week 34, and I kind of think he will probably be the highest scoring forward for 34. He is going to feature. Ralf Rangnick has said it in his press conference that he will feature, followed by Harry Kane. Timo Werner. Now I've seen the hype for Timo Werner, and I kind of understand why the hype is there. He has looked good recently, and he does seem more threatening, more confident in himself as well, playing on that right forward, not right forward, left forward slot for Chelsea. So he will potentially feature both games. However, now I know his expected minutes here is like 44, which is pretty low, but I think he'll feature both games. Will he be a better choice than Havertz and Mount? I don't think so. But if you wanted a differential punt, he's actually your differential punt. Chris Wood, I wouldn't actually go there. I went down a free hit. Worst mistake in my life. Don't go there. Don't bother. Next 5 game weeks, however, Harry Kane right on top. And I've seen a lot of people trying to get rid of Harry Kane for Werner. I probably would not do that, to be honest. I would keep Kane if you had, because he's probably the only consistent striker we have right now. If you needed to beef up your midfield and you had to drop Kane, then at least get Son in. Make sure you have one of the two in your team going forward, because I think they are needed. They're still one of the best attacking teams in the last 6 game weeks in terms of stats. So make sure to have at least one Spurs attacker from your team, even if you're wildcarding. But followed after that, Watkins, Richarlison. I think you can wait. You don't have to go immediately. Game week 35, 36 looks much better compared to now into game week 34. So that's the forwards line. Let's get into the overall top 5. Mason Mount right on top for game week 34. However, Trent, Salah and Mane, the 3 Liverpool players right on top for the next 5 game weeks. And I think they are pretty good options. Liverpool are chasing the league, are playing for goal difference, and I can see why these guys are on top. Salah, Trent, must-haves. Mane, De Bruyne, Son could be really good differentials, owned by only a few teams as well. So really good differentials could be an opportunity for you to rise in the ranks if you wanted to get one of them. Let me know in the comments, who are you getting in. Make sure tomorrow we'll be doing, on Saturday, 2 hours before the deadline, we'll be having our deadline day stream. So make sure to join us for our deadline day stream. Lots of questions asked in the deadline day stream, and also I'll be helping out with your teams. You'll be able to see what moves I'll be making as well. So make sure to join the deadline day stream. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. And let me know, how do you like this type of video? The views are pretty good in the last video. Let me know if you like this type of video. If you do, let me know down in the comments. And if you have any questions, also let me know. I'll answer them. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. And yeah, make sure to subscribe. Peace out.